A typical day for me is using the Ultranet to, not so much, I don't throw it in there as an extra, but it goes in seamlessly into what we're doing. So where there's an opportunity for us to learn more from each other or learn about the way somebody else is thinking, the Ultranet's a perfect way for us to do that. So where we can use it instead of having just the conversation between me and the child or two children together, we can actually have the whole class contributing, collaborating, talking, discussing on the same aspect of learning. So that's really important for us.
We're replying to Ms. Cashen's questions of the threads on the Ultranet about the synthesising moments that we had during that chapter that she just read us, and who we think is nicer out of the two characters, Kisaki and Michael.
We focus on a whole group text at the moment that we've been reading, and during that reading time we use the back channeling of community chat so that the kids can be responding to what I'm reading as I'm reading. So generally I'll be reading the chapter that we're going through, and in the background all of the kids have an opportunity to respond or comment or ask questions about the text as I'm reading. So it means that I might be up the front talking and doing the reading, but in fact behind the scenes all of the kids are talking about it, are discussing it, asking questions, answering each other's questions.
It's like easier because you get to speak to your friends and tell them your thoughts, and they could be like sitting in another room and you could be talking to them.
We get to see what they have written and like, oh, maybe I should have done that, or like then you can reply on it as well. So,
and you agree and disagree.
And you can see their point of view to your point of view. You can see what the difference is, the similarities, and yeah.
The next activities was when I took two questions that I would have actually given the kids to go off normally with pen and paper to do in their books, but just put them onto the message board. So I actually chose one of the questions deliberately that would have a lot of conflicting responses, so that some children would say that they felt this person was better and other children would disagree with that. And that really set up the chance for a conversation in the message board. So first they were able to respond to what the question was and then justify their reasons in their response. But after that, they were able to go back and see what other people had written and either agree or disagree, add extra information, change their opinion and say, oh, I thought that at the start, but now I've changed my opinion. Amber, what did you have?
Put out the fire.
So putting out the fire, it all makes sense now, doesn't it? All of the pieces of the puzzles are there, you're synthesising. So the kids are actually getting a lot of feedback, not just from me, as it would be if it was in that pen and paper sort of situation, but from their peers. So they're getting feedback from the kids around them. They're getting, the questions are being asked that might be different questions to what I would normally ask. They come from a different line. So rather than me just thinking with my assessment hat on, that the questions I want to know, they're more authentic questions and more authentic feedback because it's actually coming from their peers and it's the discussion that they've got out of the text that they're reading that they're all contributing and collaborating on. So I think that's really important.
Another part of the Ultranet is the learning task, which Ms. Cashen can set up different types of learning tasks, and once it's been sent to her, it comes up on her computer screen that she's that this person's done it, or they're halfway through it, or they've not done anything.
I guess the main benefit for it is the fact that they are able to collaborate with each other. If we were just doing that in a pen and paper, pencil environment, the kids would write down what their thoughts were, and then I would be the only other person that saw that. So there'd be no reciprocal sort of learning going on there where they can reflect on what other people are doing and get feedback from other people and even just further their thinking, so they've got more ideas of that they can put down and sort of broaden their ideas and broaden even what other people's thoughts are, so they know that their thought isn't just the only one, which is what they see in that pen and paper environment so often. It's just my thought and this is the only one that matters. So they actually get to see other people's opinions and respond to them.